Yeah. Mr. Mehta and Mir Asad, if you guys have any doubt, yeah, Mr. Mehta and Mir, if you have any doubt, you guys can ask. Okay,
No, sir, it's
otherwise we will
fine now.
start.
I know I can create PR also. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Mehta, do you have any doubt until now? Any doubt or any query, if you have, you can ask. You can simply ask.
No, sir, right now I don't.
Okay, if you have any, you can ask. Okay, in any class, you can ask. Okay, and
Sure.
try to complete your all backlogs. Okay, I know like you are working, you are studying, and still you are learning that skill, but it appreciate well, like yeah, but just try to have some time for practice also. Okay, and just try to clear all your doubts, like side by side. Okay, don't have so much backlogs. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, so today we will learn very important topic, release procedure. So we will see for both PR and PO. So why we use, first of all, like why we use this, like in the real time, what's the requirement for that release procedure? So let me tell you. So what happened? Like in companies, every time higher authorities just want to have a check before creating a document, it must be approved from the higher authority. Okay, let's suppose we are creating a PR. Meanwhile, PR is an internal document. Purchase requisition is an internal document that we used to create for our internal reference, like that material or service we just want to purchase. For that, we just create a PR. But if we are just converting that PR to PO, to purchase order or to request for quotation, because both request for quotation and purchase order, both are external document. So whenever we just want to convert purchase requisition to purchase order or request for quotation, that must be approved by higher authorities or higher hierarchies like manager, senior manager, chief manager, plant head, or owner of a company. So that must be approved first. So this is the concept of a release procedure or release strategy we are going to use for that release strategy. So this is a release procedure in PR, right? So this is a business requirement for release procedure for purchase requisition. Who are going to release that document? Either manager, senior manager, chief manager, or anyone like higher authority is going to release that document, right? So that's a job of a MM consultant to configure that requirement. That client will come. Client will come and you are a SAP MM consultant. Let's suppose the client will come to Mr. Mehta. Mr. Mehta is SAP MM consultant. Client just come to us, Mr. Mehta and he's saying, Mr. Mehta, it's my requirement. Like whenever any end user or any employee just create a PR, it must be approved by manager or supervisor or plant head or senior manager, whoever it is that must be approved by them first. Then only that PR can be converted to PO or request for quotation, right? So why we are creating request for quotation? To just sending to some supplier or vendor to ask the prices or condition, everything. So for that, we are just sending that request for quotation, right? PO, why we are creating PO? To purchase something. We are just simply creating purchase order. So it's a client requirement and client just want to fulfill that with the help of Mr. Mehta. So how Mr. Mehta is going to fulfill that? So client is saying, sir, like whenever any end user just create a PR, and if he is trying to convert that PR to PO or RFQ, manager, senior manager, and chief manager must approve that first. So how we are going to fulfill that in SAP system, that we will see. Okay, so here there are two ways are available. One is with classification, another one is without classification. So in with classification, we can do that at both header level as well as at item level. I guess now you are clear with header level and item level. Header level simply means that is applicable for all the line item that's available in that. Let me show you also. If you have any confusion in that, what does it mean like header level and item level? So header level simply means I am doing that at header level. That means a release strategy will come here and that will be applicable for all the line item. Like let's suppose I'm creating purchase requisition for multiple materials like mat 01, mat 02, mat 03, 3 4 line items or multiple line items I'm taking. So header level means that will be applicable for all the line items, but item level means it will be applicable only for that particular line item. Okay, that's a simply means header level and item level. So with classification we can do both. We can like release purchase requisition at both level, header level and item level. And without classification we can only do that in purchase requisition only. That's also interview question and global certification question. Like without classification we can do only at item level. So purchase requisition can be released at both level, header level as well as purchase requisition can have the release procedure at both with classification and without classification. But for purchase order it's only with classification. That's also global certification question and interview question also. So you can make a note also in your notebook. Like purchase requisition, we can apply a release procedure in purchase requisition with classification method and without classification method. But in case of a purchase order, we can apply that release procedure only at with classification. Okay, that simply means we can do that at both header level and item level. Okay, so we will do that. So like in 99.9% cases or maximum cases you can see in the real time, maximum companies are going with classification. So we will also discuss with classification, right? So this is the business requirement and that we are going to fulfill. Okay, so with classification. So let me do one thing. Let me open Notepad. Mr. Mehta and Mir, that business requirement is clear or not? Why we are learning that concept? Is that clear?
Yeah. Yeah, with classification and without
Yes, sir.
classification. That is header and item level approval, I think. Release.
Yeah, yeah. But the business requirement is clear or not? That I will explain.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry. Header level and item
Yes,
level
yes, yes,
separately I will
yes, sir.
explain.
In
Yes,
fact, I
yes.
was about to ask you how you approve a PO or a PR because that is the main thing.
So that
The
we are
topic
going to
just came.
learn. I just explain the business requirement.
Right,
Configuration
right.
part I will explain. Just have a just
Because I
wait.
face this a lot in the market. I mean, whenever you go in for any ERP or something, the first thing is asked who approves it, how you
Hmm.
approve it. That's the main thing. But I waited. I
Like
knew this
client
would
will
come in
decide.
later stages.
Client will decide who will approve.
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
We will configure only. As a consultant, we will configure that. So
Yes,
client
exactly.
requirement for PR release strategy.
The term used for approval is release in SAP, right?
Yeah, approval you can say release. Okay,
Okay.
release procedure. So what's the client requirement here? Just see. We will take very simple requirement in first case, then we will go with some complicated requirement. So client is saying my simple requirement, Mr. Mehta, you are a consultant. My simple requirement is this plant KL01. Whenever anyone just come and create a purchase requisition by just taking this plant KL01, this purchase group 001 and plant purchase group and document type, let me take. So that's a client requirement. Client is simply saying whenever anyone just create a PR with the plant KL01, uh, he just have two plant, but he is saying only with first plant KL01, purchase group 001. This is a purchase group. Purchase group is just like a team who's responsible to purchase something, is a purchase group that comes under a purchase organization. So that's a purchase group and document type, right? So document type, let me take any document type. So whatever we have configured in last session, we will take that document type. So what I have configured, let me check. in last session what I have configured. If you remembered what I have configured, please let me know. So let me open this. What I have configured in last session. I guess I didn't configure. Okay, you have configured. Any one of you have configured? Mr. Mehta and Mir, have you configured, like in last class I have explained configuration of PR and PO. So have you configured any, have you defined any of document type for purchase requisition? Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? If no, then I have
If
to
no, then
take
I have to
standard.
take. Not from my side.
Okay,
No, I only configured the PO document via the DO, not the PR.
okay. So PR, let me take standard NB. Okay, I was not thinking to take NV because what will happen na, if I will take NV na, anyone who is trying to create a PR na, that
Right,
will be
right, right.
triggered. That will be triggered. So that's the reason I was
So
saying.
why not create one document now and then create it so that others don't get
It will take
that.
extra more 15
5
minutes.
minutes, I think. I think 5 minutes for you.
Okay, because number range is it could be the issue na, like
Yeah, exactly.
the number range I have to check. So okay, I
Because
will
that day
take.
we configured only PO related things,
Yeah,
not PR related.
because the procedure is exactly same, exactly same.
Hmm.
That's the reason I told you to do as assignment. Okay, so let me take a document type NB. I will remove that later on after the class. So what the client requirement? Client just came to Mr. Mehta. He's saying that's my simple requirement. Whenever anyone just create a PR and he just take a combination of all these three. He's trying to create a PR for plant KL01, first plant, purchase group 001, and document type NB. That release strategy must be triggered. Automatically release strategy must be triggered. That simply means if it this purchase requisition is going to be approved by manager, senior manager, that's also the requirement of client, like manager, senior manager, and chief manager must approve that PR document, then only this document can be converted to PO or RFQ. That's a simple client's requirement. So how we are going to fulfill? Let me tell you again what's the client requirement. Client is just coming to any one of you, like let's suppose Mr. Mehta is SAP consultant, senior consultant. He's coming to Mr. Mehta and he's saying, whenever I just take a combination of all these three, this plant KL01, this purchasing group 001, and document type NB, automatically release strategy must be triggered. That simply means that PR can only be converted to PO or RFQ once it's approved by manager, senior manager, and chief manager. That's a client
Okay.
requirement. So how we are going to fulfill that requirement in SPRO, that we will see. So first, step by step, we are going to do that. And it's a 7. I just made an algorithm of 10 step. I just made an algorithm of a 10 step. So in 10 steps, you can easily do that. Okay, I just made an algorithm for 10 steps. So this is the 10 steps we are going to follow. Okay, so let's start. So first step is we are going to create a characteristics. Create characteristics. This is step 1. Create characteristics. So in that, what we will do, what's the path? Let me go to here. Let me go to SPRO. Hit enter. Go to IMG. Go to material management node. Simply here. Go to purchasing node. Right. Go to purchase requisition. and here go to release procedure from here. Okay, and from here, like if we just want to create the document type and number range, we can do that. Configuration of PR and PO, whatever we have discussed in last session. Define number
Yes,
range for
it is
purchase
here. It is
requisition.
down there, not the second node. Like in PO, it was the second node.
Like node can be anywhere, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so this is for number range, right? So if we want to do that, we can, if we just want to do that, we can also do that. So here we can just want to change a screen layout at document level, that also we can do. Okay. Okay, let's not create right now, otherwise we will not able to complete this concept. Okay, so let me take with NB only. So just go to release procedure, and here we will just go to edit characteristics. So just go to this node, edit characteristics, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a characteristics. So why we are creating a characteristics? So whatever characteristics we have taken here, like plant, purchase group, document type, we have to create like this language. This language SAP will not understand. You can understand that in this layman language. This
Yes.
language KL01 and purchase group and this and that, that SAP will not understand. SAP have its own language. You can consider like that. So for that, I have to create a characteristics. So what we will do, we will simply create a like characteristics underscore. You can take anything here. Characteristics underscore for plant. I'm taking PL0. Okay. So this I'm creating for plant, and for purchase group. Let me take like P group 01. This let me take, and for document type, let me take DT underscore or DT01, you can say. So these three characteristics I am taking. For plant, I am taking this. Okay. So let me take characteristics as this for plant. Okay. And just click on this create icon. Just click on this create icon and just give the description. Description, you can give anything. You can give like characteristics for plant. Right, and here just select the single value. I will also explain you in next class multiple value, but here just select single value. Okay, and here just directly go to this additional data tab. So like this, I'm just taking anything randomly. Anything you can also take as a characteristics, but how SAP system will understand this characteristics I'm taking for plant, because SAP have its own language. So for that, we are going to give a field name and table name. Okay, whatever field name is there for plant, we will mention it here. And table name for purchase requisition is CEBAN. Okay, this is also interview question. I also mentioned that in notes. What is the communication structure for purchase requisition? That also I have mentioned in notes itself. Yeah. So B use communication structure for PR is CEBAN. So communication structure for purchase requisition is CEBAN, and we also say this as a table name. You can say table name or communication structure, both are same. So table name or communication structure for purchase requisition is CEBAN. CEKKO is for purchase order. CEBAN is for purchase requisition. And field name. So this is also important. With that field name only, SAP system will understand like this characteristics for plant only. So how we are going to see the field name? Just go to SE level. So in SE11, this is they didn't give the authorization of SE11. Without that, how we are going to see CEVAN. So SE11 is mandatory here. Okay, I will tell them to give the access to SE11. Okay, just use like SE12 instead of SE11. Just use SE12. Okay, don't use SE11. Just use SE12. This access is there, so from there also you can see. So just give SE12. Okay, this access for this T code access is available. So just go SE12, and from here we can see the ABAP dictionary. So like in ABAP dictionary, we can see each and every characteristics component name and field name. So right now we are just concerned about plants field name. So WERKS is for plants field name. WERKS is for a plant, field name for plant. So let me again open SPRO, go to IMG, go to material management, go to purchasing, go to purchase requisition, go to release strategy, go to edit characteristics, and here let me give this. Just click on this icon, page icon. This is for create, this is for change, this is for display, and this is for delete. So we are just creating that. So just click on create, and here just give a description. So let me give a characteristics for plant, and here I'm selecting a single value. Go to additional data, table name or characteristic table name or communication structure for purchase requisition is CEBAN. Just give it here, field name. So field name, just go in SE12. Okay, in SE12 you have the access, and just give that
WERKS.
CEBAN here. So from here just copy WEKRS, right? So from here itself, system, SAP system will understand this characteristics just belongs to a plant. So hit enter, yes, and save it. So characteristics is saved or created. Same like that I will create for this purchase group also. How many characteristics we are creating? Like how many requirements are there? Like one is plant, another one is a purchase group,
Three.
third one is a document type. So yes, so we will create a 3 characteristics here, right? So for purchase group, let me create this. So just click on create. Right, just click on here, go to additional data tab. We can also give here description. So description, let me give characteristics for purchase group. Okay, just go to additional data tab, and here table name is same CEBAN, but field name will change. So what will field name here? Let me check in same SE12. Just go to SE12, and what's the field name? Just check for purchase group. So here you can see EKGRP is for field name is EKGRP is a field name for purchasing group. So just copy it and just paste it here. Hit enter. Yes. Right. Hit enter. Now SAP system will understand. Okay, this characteristic is for purchase group. From this and this, it will understand. Okay. So just save it. It's also saved. Same I will do for document type. So this is for document type. Let me copy and let me paste here. Just click on create. Description, let me give characteristics for document type. Okay, just go to additional data. Table name same CEBAN, but field name will be changed here. So you can see from here. So just see in short description for document type. Like that, you can take any of these characteristics. We just took 3. You can take for material number. Like client just want for some particular material number. That also can be done. Okay. So all that can be used. Storage location, material group, anything. All these characteristics can be used. Okay. So let me check. Here it is. Purchase requisition document type. BSART. Yes. And like this is little bit complicated, this release strategy. If you will make a single mistake, it will not work. That it will not trigger. So like do each and every step very consciously and properly. Just do. If you will make a single mistake, the complete release strategy will not work. Okay. So just hit enter and save it. So this is also done. So our first step is done. We just created a characteristics. So next step is create a class. And this is also thumb rule. Whenever in that release strategy, whenever I'm going to create a next step, I'm going to assign the first step to that next step. I will do that every time. I will create a class, then I will assign these all characteristics to that class. Then I will create the release group, then I will assign my class to release group. Like that I will do. Okay. So like that you can also remember. So next step second is create class. Okay, we can also do with the help of T code, but right now I'm just explaining you with the help of path. Okay, so you can also do with T code, right? But how many T codes you are going to remember? This is the problem. So if you will do with the path, and like you will do some 5 or 10 times practice, then it will definitely remember the path. You will remember. Okay, that characteristics we can also create with the help of T code. Simply T code is CT04. So with the help of that T code also we can do. Just see directly that characteristic create characteristics screen will open, right? So we can do with the help of T code also, and as well as with the path also. In notes I have mentioned both T code and path. So let me go to SPRO again. Go to IMG. Here go to material management. Go to purchasing. Go to purchase requisition. Go to release procedure. Go to edit class. Characteristics done. Next step is create class. So let me go to edit class. But let me take a class first. So let me take like PR class. underscore 01. You can take anything here. So I just took this and let me paste here, and class type we will take 032. Why we are taking 032? So simply we are taking 032. Just wait. Yeah, simply we are taking 032 because 032 is a standard value for release strategy for both PO and PR. So 032 we will select from here and we will just click on create icon, and here we will give the description as PR class. Okay, PR class. Go to characteristic. Simple on this. Simply just go to this tab, characteristics tab, and assign your characteristics. So all three characteristics I'm going to assign with my class. As I told you, there is a thumb rule. Next step will always, like whatever the previous step, I'm going to assign with the next step, like that. Like that you can remember. So all these three characteristics I'm going to assign. Just simply copy and paste, hit enter and save it. These all just, I just gave that characteristics number and that all description and all this just copied from there. So save it. That's also done. You can see this class is created. Now next step. This also we can do with the help of T code. T code is CT04. CT04. Directly we can open the screen. Right? Now next step is we are going to create a release group. So third step is create release group. Create release group. So in which node we will go? We will just go to setup procedure with classification. So just go to this, and here you can see release group, release code, release indicator, release strategy. So what you need to do first, you need to delete, but like whoever have created, like what's the issue there? Like only one single release strategy can be applied for purchase requisition, and only one release strategy can apply for purchase order. So if you are going to create, like let's suppose I have already created. So if you are going to create, you have to delete my release strategy. If like let's suppose Mr. Mehta is going to create, he have to delete my release strategy. After that, like if Mir is trying to do that, Mir have to delete Mr. Mehta's release strategy. Okay. So what we will do, we will delete that data. So like it's also the thumb rule in SAP. Whenever we just create, we will just create from above to bottom. But whenever we just delete from bottom to top. Okay, so first we will delete release strategy, then we will delete release code, then we will delete release group. But never ever delete release indicator. Never ever delete release indicator. If you will delete release indicator, it will not work. Okay. So I'm just deleting this release strategy, like someone have just created that. So I will select all these lines and I will just delete that. Yes, and save it. Okay, if after deleting, if you will not save, it will not be deleted. Make sure whenever you delete something, you have to save it. Otherwise, it will not be deleted. So first I deleted release strategy. Okay, release indicator, never ever delete. Again, I'm saying never ever delete. You can check that's available, that's fine, but never ever delete it. In release codes, I'm going to delete these codes also. So from here, I will select all and I will delete from here. Yes, and save it. Yes. So go back. So I deleted all, and release group also I need to delete. That will I will also delete, select and delete.
Then, sir,
And
if
now,
we are going to do it and somebody is creating or releasing at the same time, it will not create a conflict or something?
no, 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 no. In a system, only one release strategy can be there. Okay, because in the real time, only one release strategy will work, na. Like
Yeah,
under
yeah, I know
that,
about that. What I
under
meant, the
that,
system
multiple
itself.
strategy can be there. But like whatever characteristics, whatever that taken, whatever you are saying, it's correct. So what you can do, like if someone is doing, another one can do in the next day. Okay, it's not with this
Okay.
system. That's the like, because in real time it's only required to configure it once now. It's not going to
Once
be
and one
like,
time only, yes.
yeah,
Mm,
once and one time only. It's not going to be like Mr. Mehta is also consultant and you are also consultant. You are
yes.
both are working on same implementation project. Both will do. No, only like both will work as a team. That's it. Okay, understood. So what you
Yes, sir.
can do in that case, if you are doing right today, another one can do tomorrow. Okay, and if let's suppose someone have deleted another one, just do again. More and more you can practice now. Okay, that will also good for you. Like if let's suppose you just created
Okay.
all these data, someone have deleted. Don't think like, yeah, someone have deleted, I have to create it again. Like just think like you have a chance to practice that again. That I'm saying. Okay, so it's like same for everyone. It's not like only in
Okay.
this system. In the real time also, one release strategy will be there.
Right.
Okay, so just go to setup procedure with classification. Go to release group first. Just go to new entries. So I'm going to create a release group. So let me take R1. You can take anything. I'm taking R1. And here, this is important. Overall release and just if I'm going to select this checkbox, what will happen? If I'm not going to select, what will happen? That separately I will explain because this is an interview question and that's the most important interview question. And like every year, I have seen one question from global certification also from this topic. So I will separately explain that like header level and item level release at that time. Okay. So this is used for the header level release. Let me tell you. Right now, I'm not going to use this checkbox. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just taking release group as R1. You can take anything. And I'm taking my class. And what I'm doing, I'm assigning my release group with my class. So what is my class? This is my class. So what's the thumb rule? Whatever we are creating, just assign the earlier step to this. So I'm creating a release group R1. So release group R1. Okay. So I'm going to assign this R1 to this class. So let me copy and let me paste it here. Hit enter. So it's saying R1 is already there. So let me take R2. Okay, and save it. Yes. So I just took R2. Now next step is we are going to create codes, release codes. What I mean by release codes, create release codes. So codes like as client have told us like that must be released by manager, senior manager and chief manager. So we have to create a code accordingly for them. Like for manager, let's suppose for manager I'm taking code MG. Okay, because complete manager I can't take in SAP. Na? For senior manager, let's take SM as a code. Okay, and for chief manager, let me take CM as a code, right? So let me take all these three codes: manager, senior manager, chief manager. So This is already done now. Go back, and here you can see release codes. So just double click on release codes, click on new entries, and what I need to do, what the thumb rule I told, like whenever we just create something, we just assign the earlier step to that. So what I'm going to do, first I have to assign this release group to that codes also. So what I will do, release group is R2, and code, let me take manager mg, description, let me give manager, same R2 I will assign here also with senior manager, R2 with chief manager. Hit enter and save it. Yes. So that's saved. This is also done. Now next step. Next step is simply we are going to create we will just check the release indicator. In that we will not do anything. Step 5 is check release indicator, but don't delete anything. Okay, you can also make it as a note. Otherwise, like this release strategy will not work for anyone. So what you need to do after saving this, just go to release indicator, just check it's available or not. We just need to check that. Okay, so it's available. Go back. Just a second. One student is calling again and again. Okay, so I will just go to release strategy. Next step is we will create a release strategy. Sixth step is create a release strategy. Step 6 is create release strategy. So we will create a release strategy. How we are going to create? Just go here and just double click on release strategy, and here just go to new entries, and here I can create a multiple strategy like strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy 3. Okay, under that I can create a multiple strategy. So release group, what's my release group? R1 is my release group. Okay, release strategy, let me take S1. So
I
let
think
me take,
R2 was your strategy, isn't
yeah,
it? R1 was not accepted.
yeah, exactly. So R2
Yeah,
is
yeah.
my strategy, and S1, let me take a strategy. R2 is my release group. So here I will give my release codes, and as per hierarchy I will give. As per hierarchy means first manager, then senior manager, then chief manager. As per hierarchy I will give. Make sure to do that. First manager, then senior manager, then chief manager. Why? I will tell you later on why we need to provide that in hierarchy. So hit enter, release, just click on release prerequisites. Whenever you see like that, just make a diagonal like that and just select the below checkbox. Hit enter, continue, and save it. After every step, just save it. Okay. So first manager is going to release, then only senior manager can release, then only chief manager can release. Directly chief manager can't release. To release, like release,
Multi-level approvals, basically.
yeah, multi-level approval, but also like once manager and senior, like once manager will release, then only senior manager can release. Once manager and senior manager will release, then only chief manager can release. Okay,
Yes.
then just go to release status, and here make sure all must be blocked except the last checkbox. Last must be released. That's it. Just save it. Yes. Go to classification, and here in classification just mention what plant, which purchase group, which purchase requisition you just want to mention. Okay. So client just want for this plant KL01, purchase group 001, plant KL01, purchase group 001, document type NB. This is the client requirement. We will just mention it here, hit enter. Okay, hit enter and go back. From here back and save it. Just go to this last tab, release simulation. Okay, just go to this tab and just go to this simulate release, and here if you see like that, from here itself you will come to know this release strategy will work or not. So right now you can see release is possible for only manager, and release prerequisite is missing for senior manager, and same for chief manager. Once I will release manager, then you can see, you will see like for senior manager it will be possible. So I will just double click on that, double click, release already affected. Now you just see release possible, just come here, double click here, release possible, come here, double click here. So all is working fine. Release already affected, release already affected, release already affected. Just close it from here, enter and save. Now next step is, seventh step is assign object. How we are going to assign object? We will assign object by just using T code CL24N. With this T code. Okay. So just use T code CL24N. Okay. And just give your class type and hit enter. Okay. So plant, purchase group, and purchasing document. So that we need to mention here if it's not there. So it's correct here. Plant is KL01 in CL24N. We have checked. So plant is KL01, purchasing group 001, document type NV. Okay. Hit enter and save it. Enter and save it. So we also assigned the object. Okay. Now next step is we will try to create a PR, and then we will check that will work or not, that will triggered or not. So we will use T code ME51N. Let me create a fresh purchase requisition. Let me take any material like mat 01 or anything I will take. Okay. Quantity, let me take 100. Unit of measurement each. Plant KL01, purchase group 001. Check. Just see a new tab just came here, release strategy. Now whatever I have taken in hierarchy, like I told you to take manager first, then senior manager, then chief manager, it will work here. Like first you can see this icon, that release possible icon, yellow color icon, you can see only as a status for manager only. You can't see for senior manager or chief manager. First that will be released. Like this is only possible to release. Manager can release that document first. Then only senior manager can release. Then only chief manager can release. Right? Now see, it's triggered automatically. But if I try to create another purchase requisition, hit enter, check, Can anyone tell me why release strategy is not coming?
Because the classes and characteristics are not defined with this purchase group.
With this purchase group.
Yes, you just changed
Z
this one, right? Plant is still there.
hmm.
The purchase group 001, we put that thing in. Not the restrictions are not on the other purchase groups.
Correct. Mr. Mehta, you want to add on anything on that?
No, I think I'll go with his answer.
Yeah, correct. So, because we just like client's requirement, we just fulfill the client requirement. Client what does want client want like in the combination of this plant KL01 purchase group 001 and document type NB, it must be triggered. But once I changed that purchase group, only purchase group I changed. Uh, it's not triggering me any release strategy. So that's a client requirement itself. Client just want this.
Three,
Client
three,
just
three
want this.
triggers. All three in place, it will work. Otherwise, it will not
It
work.
will not work, yeah. And in
Hmm.
next class, we will see multiple values. Like we will see 001, 002, 003, multiple plants we will take, multiple document type we can take. So we will see in the next class itself. But let me tell you, let me create. Creating of a PR is not an issue. I will create a PR. Just taking 001, check it. Okay. No message issued during check, save it. I can create a PR. But I will not able to convert it into PO or RFQ. Let me show you what will happen. Creation of a PR is not any issue. It will system will not create any issue. I just created simply PR. But once I will
Because this is an
try to
internal
create
document, it will allow you.
exactly
Hmm.
right. So it doesn't matter, no? It's just an internal document. So
Hmm,
let
hmm,
me
hmm.
create a PO by just taking T code ME21N. So once I will just go with item overview and let me give here purchase requisition number, hit enter purchase group, purchase org. Let me give supplier also. See,
Not released for ordering, yes.
purchase requisition is not released for ordering. Same will happen for RFQ also. So first, higher authorities have to release that. Who is the higher
Hmm.
authority in that case? Manager, senior manager, and chief manager. All three
Okay,
have to
what is the
release.
process of releasing? Okay, you created this thing. We'll in the next class
Wait
will
a
show us.
while. I'm not finished yet. Wait a while.
Okay, okay,
Okay. Once I will finish, then I will tell you to ask your questions. Okay, I'm not finished
okay.
yet. So next step is like it's not released. Then who is going to release? Urgently material
Manager,
is required. Who is going to release? Then
manager.
only manager, senior manager, and chief manager can release that, and they only have that authority of these T codes. Let me tell you which T codes I'm talking about in real time. Here you will have the authorization of all T codes, but in real time authorization to release these documents only manager, senior manager, and chief manager will have the authorization.
Right.
Okay. So this is step 8. Step 9 is release PR. Release PR. And what's the T code? So three T codes are there. One is we can release by just using T code ME54M. Second is just use T code ME54. And third is just use T code ME55. So these three T codes are there. I will explain all three. But the authorization in the real time for these three T codes only that manager, senior manager, and chief manager will have. Okay, so let me do with ME54N first. So I have to go with ME54N, hit enter. Okay, just go ME54N. Just go to this other purchase order, other purchase requisition. Give your purchase requisition number here. As simple as that. Hit enter. Okay, so from here it can be released. So you can see release is possible. Once double click on this, first we have to change it to change mode. Right now it's in a display mode. Right now it's in a change mode. You can see once like this is clicked, it will be released. So here you can also see the icon release possible. For senior manager and chief manager, release is not possible yet, but it's only possible for manager first. So first it's clicked on here, it's released. You can see status is release affected with release code mg. So once I will save it here, because another two I'm going to release by two different t codes, me54 and me55. This one I'm doing with the me54n. So it's done. Let me save it. Okay, it's done. Okay, like this is changed.
So these codes are basically employee level codes.
No, like only manager, senior manager, and chief manager will have the access to
They
that.
will have access to this. Okay.
Only they will have. But hey, that's a practice server. So all access you guys have, so that you can
Okay.
practice and you can learn.
So
So
that means
another
this will
ways,
come through HR or what?
no basis give the approval. Basis
Basis.
consultant. Okay.
Okay.
So ME54 is the another way to do that. So with ME54, we just need to mention here our purchase requisition number. This is our purchase requisition number. Just mention purchase requisition number here and release code. Manager already done. Let me take senior manager. Hit enter. So here just select this and just release and save. So this is also released. So this is second method. Third method, in this method, we just need to give like first manager, then senior manager, then chief manager. Okay. And third method is just use T code ME55. So with that, we just need to give the code here, like chief manager. Now we can give just execute. Okay. This is that need to be released. Okay. Let me give another details also. So purchase requisition number is required. So that also I will give. So hit enter and execute. So here it is. Just select this and release it. Okay. So it's released. Just save it. That's it. Okay. Records.
By the way, it will take at least 2 to 3 days for us to practice on this one. This is a very longer lecture now.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess this method is not working properly. Okay. Just save it. Go back. Okay. Release. Overall release. Requisition item wise release. Let me give overall release. Okay, I I guess this method is not working, like this last one in this system, but like ME54 and an ME54 both are working. So let me do with ME54. 54 and no, it's done. That's also working. Yeah, all three are released. From here we can see all three are released.
All three
All-
release, yes.
Like all three have released. Now what I will do, I will just try to create a PO right now. Just I will go here. I will go to item overview. I will go to purchase requisition number here. Hit enter. Give purchase org. Supplier. Hit enter. Now see, no issue is there. Just a warning for price. Check and save it. Now I can able to create a PO and RFQ also. So this is the concept of release strategy, how it's going to be triggered, how to configure that in backend SPRO. So this is one of the most complicated topic, like most of the
Yes.
students having issue in that. Okay, so
I
just
think we
do a
need more
practice.
time to just practice this thing.
Yeah, create PO with respect to.
But one thing, sir, let's say you created this restriction and all that approval thing. How would the manager and senior manager come to know there is some document waiting for them to be released? That's
Yeah,
how does SAP handle that? Is it email or what? SMS or what?
no, like they will tell, or email can also be triggered, but simply like employees can tell, like, sir, it need to be released. They also
But
come to know,
is
na?
there a capability in SAP that will trigger an
Yeah,
email or?
that anything can be done in SAP, yeah. Anything can be done. That's done by developer. He will do and he will customize that. Anything
ABAP?
can be done, yeah.
Okay.
Anything can be done in SAP. Like we can't say this can't done. Anything can be done. So many things can be done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason so many big organization mostly going with SAP. Okay. So let me send
Because
you
we in
notes.
our system we generate email.
Yeah, that can also be triggered. Like one like you can say a mapper will create that. Okay, that we used to say scripting. So he will create a script
Okay.
for that,
Yes.
and email will be generated for that. That also can be done.
It will be designed. Coding would be done with that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all about the class. Just practice this session, and if you have any doubt, you guys can ask in next class. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
guys.
Thank,
Okay.
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Mehta and Amir,
Okay.
both of you, just practice, and if you have any doubt, you can ask in next class.
Okay.
Okay,
But
Mr.
this
Mehta?
will
Sure,
take
sure.
time, sir. This
Thank you
is
so much.
too much of a load.
Yeah, just do that. Okay, and
Okay, sir.
we will have class tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.